Dear Mama, welcome to day 10 of 14 of me sharing some mindsets with which I approach parenting and motherhood. Let's go. So, the mindset for today is that my child looks up to me. I am my child's first role model and mentor. From the moment they come out of our wombs, they look to us for survival, for what ideal means. They see life through our lenses. What we call right is right, what we call wrong is wrong. When even as early as their toddler days, when we say no, 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 no to something, we daddy sometimes say no, no. You see them again the next time they're about to go approach that, and they could say no, no, which means what you endorse, right, is what they would grow to endorse. What you disagree with or what you disapprove, they're likely to grow up to disapprove it. Living with this level of intentionality and consciousness shapes our choices. Now, in terms of their identity and self-perception, when the kind of words you use on the child could, because that child looks up to you for their survival, their identity until maybe age 12 is totally dependent or attached to yours as a parent, more so as a mom. It is really critically important that mom carries themselves and show up with this consciousness, knowing fully well that your ideal shapes what your child grows up to see as ideal. And this is not only in words. It's not about what you tell the child alone. It's about how you show up, the choices you make. Also, the affirming the child. No matter what a child is told outside, if a child is constantly reminded at the home front that the child is beautiful, the child is intelligent, the child's opinion matters, all these things shape the perception of the child about self. Before they start to hear any other contradictory opinion outside, when they've formed an identity around your views of life, how you see them, how you see life, that this is an intentional thing from when they're even infants. It could be breastfeeding and be affirming a child. You may think, oh, it's a baby, what does a baby know? No. All those affirming words, positive words that you speak to children, even when they seem not to know so much, they have a role to play. Those words have a role to play because their neurons are firing, their neurons are connecting, the neurons in their brain are connecting. When they look into your eyes, the facial expression of love and kindness, they see life through your lenses for the first few years of their life. And that foundation is critical to how they later navigate life. Learning can still be done, unlearning can be done, evolving can be done, but the foundation is really critical to how easy or how complex a child's journey will be as they proceed in life, as they grow in life. The summary of what I'm saying is that because I'm my child's first role model and mentor, living with this consciousness, showing up in motherhood and parenting with this consciousness makes me more intentional, right? And I also urge every mom listening to me to constantly have that mindset, right? There are choices that sometimes I want to make, but when I remember that someone looks up to me for what ideal is, what is right and what is not, then I don't make that. Not necessarily because, sometimes not even necessarily because those choices are bad, but because they could be misunderstood too, right? So that level of intentionality, what everybody's life and journey is unique. Everyone's journey is unique. My ideals, might not be big deal, but they're fundamental ideals in life, right? But there's some also personal ideals, right? Just know that someone looks up to you, someone is watching what you do, right? Someone forms their own ideal based on what your ideal is, your actions, your choices, your words. Someone else is building theirs around how you decide to show. So I think that's it for today. See you on the next episode. Bye.